Welcome back, everyone. So, a five-story building. Of course, we have no idea what exactly we're going to do with this bad boy. Aside from definitely some kind of office building. I have no idea how the layout actually looks inside. Even though I did make this into a horde base on my last series, didn't really pay attention to the layout. You know? But we do know at least the overall structure of what it should be. And of course, we do need to figure out, are we just going to restore it? Or will we do something unique with it? Now, as far as the theme goes, I really can't think of anything. Not in that regard. But I'm going to have to clear all this out, and then we'll take an assessment and see what we got. So, yeah, let me go ahead and get all this clear, and we will be back. Okay, so I did clear out all the debris, and then I made a tour all the way upstairs. And the entire time I realized my mic was not working. Yeah, I feel like a dumbass. But, I mean, it's not like we've done anything. Obviously, we got rid of all the debris. And then I noticed over here, the bathroom is identical as the other POI, which was kind of depressing, really. I was kind of hoping for more than a repeat of that, you know? And then, of course, we got the staircase, which I was looking on this, and depending on what the stairs are made of, if we have a plate, I'm going to use a plate. I don't like it hanging that low. But if we look at the POI itself, for every floor, we have literally a complete office setting. Now, you come out here, we can see it extends there. And you can see from this side, you know, each section used to be an office. Now, as far as what office, I don't know. But this is definitely going to be one of those POIs where, or an office building where it's like different companies. You know, somebody owns the, someone's renting out this floor for their business and so forth upstairs. Because if we go upstairs, we come around and sure enough, here we go again. Got another office sitting in here. There was AC and a bed next to each other in one of these. Thought that was kind of weird. But the layout is, again, identical. Here is, you can see where the concrete was the border of the room. And then, of course, it extends out to there. So, I mean, that's definitely multiple offices, which we could do definitely some, something unique with each floor to some degree. Now, how far am I going to go and, get creative? Probably all the way, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because I was thinking about, well, maybe just restore it and move on, like that one. Because, again, not every POI has to be done with something, but I don't know, I kind of want to put that effort in, you know? Maybe not so much like that one, that's a given. Especially because it's right next to each other, you know? But that is the builder side of me. But then we keep going up north. Well, going up. Obviously, we're going north. Let's see, and then, yeah, that was the room I think had, But yeah, all we got is this one little ledge. Of course, this is the POI that I was thinking of making my base on my last game. A multi-tier base. I was going to leave the design where it was, only one section here and then scaling down. I think that would have been cool, but of course we're not fighting off the undead and all that in this game, so we're definitely going to restore this one to its former glory. And then Bob's up here, which he had 2 arrowheads for me. Although he is chilling up here with his lock safe, so I mean, yeah, I'll leave him to it. Yeah, he is a valuable member. I'm sorry, so he's been with me since the beginning. Well, since he turned, and then became Sentinel and all that wonderful stuff. But let's go on down. Let's see. Am I gonna break my leg? No. Oh, I feel, now I'm just getting stupid. Well, then again, I haven't mentioned, but you have no idea how many legs I've broken building all that crap. I have broken my leg so many damn times. But let's just keep going down. Do some parkour. Grass is always softer than concrete. But yeah, we're definitely going to go and we're going to restore it. We're definitely going to make them offices. Now, will they have a theme? Like I said, probably not. I'm just going to restore them as an office. You know, it does kind of make sense. And then the first floor, I have no idea. Because I guess we'll put a little bathroom in each one on each floor, but because that would suck if you're on the 5th floor, you got to come all the way down here to take a shit. yeah, there would be a lot of accidents. So we're definitely we'll definitely give a little bathroom somewhere up there for them. Maybe nothing extreme or anything, you know, maybe just a one toilet, but at least a little something. And then as far as down here, like I said, we'll have an entrance into the building. If we were to make that a parking lot, I guess the entrance here wouldn't be bad. Because then you come in, you park, and you walk right into this building. Or you park over here. Of course, you'd have to walk all the way to the front. That's the only bad thing about the way that's designed. Of course, I'm still thinking about that. Like I said, that's never going to change. So yeah, let me figure out what I'm going to do and get to work. Obviously, we are definitely not keeping these bricks. You know, definitely not. And I definitely don't want to use those lighter bricks from these POIs. I do want some variety in the blocks, so we're definitely going to change it up. Maybe a red brick. Maybe the modern color brick. I don't know. But we will definitely figure something out. So, let me get to work, and yeah, hopefully what I get is pretty impressive. at least I'm hoping it's impressive. So with that, be back in a second. And we're back. So what seconds for you has been quite a long time for me. But I think overall, kind of worth it. So as you can see, we have this bad boy restored. I used the red bricks, if you will, and then mixed with the cream block to give you that red-white contrast. Now, a little bit fancy, I guess, in a sense, but a little bit of a standout, you know. That way everything ain't gray or tan, or I guess you call that tan. I am red green colorblind, so forgive me if I sound utterly stupid when it comes to color sometimes. Especially if we had anything that was blue and purple, God forbid. Because some of them color tones, yeah, you'd hear me calling it blue while it's actually purple. Yeah. So, yeah, for what it is, I think it's not too bad. I threw some trees around it. And as you can see, during this time, I also completed that other office building over here. Now, like I said, it is hollow inside. I did put flooring, but that's all I did with it, because it is just a visual aesthetic in the city. Now, this office building doesn't actually have any kind of theme to it. In fact, I was tempted to not even, furnish the inside, but I figured since we did focus on it, we might as well. As far as the POIs that I'm restoring like that, obviously we're not going to waste an entire episode on that, because it's, again, just the outside. But all the sidewalk is nice and done, and I am so glad I made the executive choice to widen those. That just feels so much more natural. It even looks more natural in my mind. But let's see. Not a whole lot, but we will go inside. Now, a thing to note, obviously, as I mentioned, there is no lights inside. Uh, Again, I mean, we do have our headlights, so it doesn't matter. And obviously, to avoid any potential crashes because of lights, we're going to go ahead and just do it this way moving forward. Now, I will say that I did have one crash while I was renovating everything and all that wonderful good stuff. It's been quite a few hours since that happened. I'm just going to call that a fluke. But there is that risk of overbuilding. And this is why I don't really want to refurbish every single POI on every square. Because, within rendering distance, it might eventually cause instability in the game. Which would be very bad because I'm starting this. I don't really want to end it because stability issues. But that is always a possibility, so we'll just take it as it is. I will eventually do a House Flipper series on the new version, which is basically just called 7 Days to Die Console Edition, which I kind of find that funny because previous videos I've done, I think the thumbnail did say Console Edition, so that's kind of ironic, or they stole it. I don't know. Either way, it's all fine. But when we do a House Flipper series on that, obviously it'd be a lot different. But it is, we do want to get this done though. Plus, enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and check out the inside. Now, the inside is kind of limited because every floor is identical in space. So I had to change some things up here and there, but not a whole lot. Try to give it some variety. So as you can see, just a basic reception area, seating area. Of course, we got 2 bathrooms. Nothing too extreme. I wanted to make sure each one had 3 stalls, so we did do a little repeat with the styling of bathrooms. And of course, we ain't got a whole lot of room, so some of them don't have a spare cabinet and all that wonderful stuff. But, still works. Still works. And I was thinking about putting paintings down, a couple plants, going a little bit extra mile, but at the same time, again, because of stability. And let's face it, it's just an office building. I don't own it. I'm not going to live here. So they can bring their own damn plants if they want plants and paintings. I'm supplying the 90% of it. If they want any flair to their building, they can do it themselves. So we come up here. We have again a nice little waiting area before you're allowed in. And we look over here. So we have a main office. And then, like I said, every space is equal in size. So I had to kind of do a little bit different with the desks and everything, just to try to give it a little bit of a different flavor, if you will, or aesthetic. And of course, they all have a bathroom, because nothing worse than being on the 5th floor and having to poop and then having to go all the way downstairs. That would be very, very bad. Little rating area. Now, I did think about actually putting a vending machine in these rooms, but I ended up, not doing it. So now we come in this one. You can see I have dual offices. And then a nice little 6-desk area. Now, that's like, I was trying to think, what would these offices really consist of? What kind of businesses would be here? And I really don't know. I mean, obviously we don't have little PCs that we can put on the desk like the new version. So we got to use our imagination for that. I could see, like, telemarketers, unfortunately. God forbid, I hope not. But, at some point in the apocalypse, when society starts getting on its feet and there's communication, somebody is going to be calling about your car extended warranty. So, yeah, they're going to survive. Some damn way. Maybe that's why we have a military. I don't know. Prevent that. Let me come in here. Obviously, again, a little bit change up here. So this one's actually got a little bit more desks. More working area. And, of course, another... And these are, like I said, nothing special. You know, little filing cabinet, little desk, little seating area. You know, very basic. But it is a basic building, so, you know, I didn't want to go too extreme on something that's really just a mundane, basic building. And I really did think about just leaving it hollow, like the other office building. You know, just restoring it from a visual aesthetic on the outside. But realistically, we are already committed, you know, this episode to doing this. So I figured at least get some in here, you know? You know, the next 5-story one that we come across, if I don't have any plans for it, we'll just restore it and move on. But I really do, you know, I really did want to do some stuff. Now, I could have been spending the time as far as like restoring them and making them into personal bases. But again, you know, we're restoring Hub City as a city, so again, you don't need a horde base in the middle of Hub City, or you better not need it. And oh wow, we are at the roof. Yeah, I mean it's a cool POI. It's tall, but as you see, the rooms are small, so there's not a whole lot that can be done individually to give each floor its own flavor. But being on the roof, look at that, we get a bird's eye view of things so far. So again, that's restored, but that is hollow. There is floors on each level. I still went the extra mile. I don't know why. I should have just, you know, did the pillars up to the ceiling and been done with it, but yeah, here we are. But not bad. We see Club Zari over there. We see the ZNN building. Office building over there. Not bad. Not bad, you know. And the more I am thinking about things and debating about things, I think we're going to skip over this section for the time being. Now, realistically, I do see myself probably still going with the parking lot. If the POIs would have been centered off a little bit better, I was really kind of wanting a central area, like a gazebo, like a seating area, so when, you know, the employees in this area are on break, they can come out here on a clean, you know, clean air day, get some fresh air, sit out here, relax on the breaks, things of that nature. And you're, I mean, let's face it, we got so much room for parking. We don't need it all for parking. But I think what I'm going to do is leave that open because just in case something does come to mind or, you know, down the road, you know, something sparks that I kind of want to put here, we have that ability to. Instead of me wasting time, you know, precious time, you know, trying to figure out what I want to do with it, you know, we just move on. That way we continuously have progression with each episode, which is what I want. And then, of course, during that time, as you can see, I've been a busy boy. I've gotten all the wasteland pulled up from there, and after work this morning, time of this recording anyway, I got half of that one done. So yeah, you know, a lot of work, I mean, we are on day 32, so that's almost, well, no, that is 64 hours now. That has been dedicated to rebuilding Hub City now. Keep that closed. And you know, even without modern lights, look how nice and bright it is in here still. That's why I love these cream style blocks. You know, there's always that hate. Every now and then someone will make a comment about, oh, you're creative, and you know. And if you're new around here, I do have a method that I created called mimic crafting. If you don't know about that, I could go into detail down the road. I did make a video on that before. So if you happen to play on this version and you're wondering, well, how do you get these cream style blocks? You do have to be on creative mode, but I do have a method where I dubbed it mimic crafting because you still play legit. You still grind for your resources. You still craft similar items. You just exchange it out for the stuff that we can't normally get in this game. Which does make House Flipper series and this version hard because we can't paint or anything. And we don't have access to those cream style blocks, which I absolutely love. But, you know, I'm not going to go into that, you know, here. But yeah, not too bad, you know. And then I was looking, You know, like I said, I was thinking about coming over here, but I do need to spend some time and actually really plot some things out. Like I said, now there is some certain POIs that I kind of want to build, and one of them is a university and some schools. And I'm thinking maybe this plot of land will be ideal. I do need to do some planning on how I want to build things and whatnot. But if you want to see inside my mind at the moment, you know, this would be the bigger entrance into the campus. But then we could have additional buildings around. And then we even have this little lake area right here, which would be perfect for like a little seating area for students and everything. And if you've never been in Hub City and really explored crap like this, pretty much like I have never really done that a whole lot. Look at that. There is a gun safe down here. And there was one that has a water where I found a purse at the bottom. So I don't know if they all have the potential to have a gun safe. But, you know, thought that was kind of interesting. In case you've never... Because I would like to see if there's any secrets in Hub City. Because I never really got to dig and do all that in Hub City before. Kind of late now with 1.0 coming out, but, you know, you never know. You know, things do happen. I'll just plug that up. But the more I was thinking about and debating on things, now that that's done, and we're gonna skip over that square for the time being. Like I said, I want every episode to be one step further in progression on rebuilding Hub City. I don't want us to waste time, you know, me doodling on something. So the more I was looking at things, I think to keep things going in a progressive state, we're gonna continuously just keep hitting pre-established POIs and converting and restoring them as we go along. And then as far as all the other crap, because I mean, look at that. These are all destroyed buildings. These are either going to be restored visually or modified into something. But as that takes a little bit of plotting, planning, and all that wonderful good stuff, again, by us going to these POIs, we're at least progressing every episode, because we don't want to waste any more time than we need to, you know. So looking at that, we're gonna skip over this one. I'm gonna do some. I'm definitely gonna do some plotting out, make some blueprints, and we're probably gonna go ahead and make ourselves a university here. Somewhere else in the city, we'll have a high school, middle school type, you know, grade school type of setting as well. But I think this is the perfect opportunity for a university like I was wanting. And then I also was thinking we kind of do need a farm. I almost thought about making that a farm because it's so wide open. But on the flip side, I mean, we got like this. We got a destroyed building there. Those are just corners of a building. And we do need to eat, so we have some options to make a massive farm somewhere down the line. So, you know. But we are going to come here. So let's go ahead and, before we end the video, we'll look. We have a factory. We have the shanty town. Which, the more I'm looking at the shanty town, I think we're going to make that into like a flea market / trading post. For newcomers and residents alike. Of course, we have the infamous Shamway foods, because who doesn't like sandwiches, right? And then we swing over here, and we have the Am I Gone Funeral Home. Nice. I always wanted to make that into like a country house base. But not here. Obviously, I'm not making a country house in the middle of a city. And of course, we do have a Jim's Auto right across the street. And is that what I'm thinking it is? Yeah, if you heard me mention, we had other versions of parking lots in the city, and that's one of them right there. That's that little enclosed one. Not the 3-story garage, but just small ones. That's why I was kind of debating on making that one a garage, because we do have some of those, but... no, it does make sense. Where's the front door of this? Because I think we are definitely starting... yeah, we're going to do the factory. I've wanted to do the factory for a long time. Of course, I say that about every POI, so I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but it's true. Every POI in this game I have always wanted to convert, even if not into a personal base. But yeah, I think there's our project there for next episode. So obviously, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the build. I know it wasn't anything over the top spectacular or glamorous, but again, not every POI can or will be. But if you did enjoy the video, like I said, do appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you're new and you want to stick around, I wholeheartedly welcome you to join me on this adventure, mission, whatever you will, on rebuilding all of Hub City. I know this version is outdated, and by the time anyone sees this, obviously, the new version is going to be out. But I love this version still for what it is. And I am really curious to see what it will look like if it's completely restored. So I'm definitely going to stay on this, even though a lot of my time is going to be dedicated to the new version. But yeah, that's neither here or there. So yeah, other than that, hope everything is good. Stay safe. And until next time, everyone, definitely take it easy.